Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't heard, you can now buy the Omega MoonSwatch online from the Swatch website. I did just that. The box just arrived. Let's open it up and I'll talk about the whole process and my experience purchasing the MoonSwatch online. My name is Shane Walls and I make my living as a fine art nature photographer and explorer. I've come to truly depend on my tool watches when I'm out in the field. Whether it be timing my hikes or timing my camera exposures, tool watches are an intricate tool in my photography process. And these episodes on this channel are based on my amateur watch collecting journey as I search for that ultimate tool watch. Want to learn more about our award-winning photography? Check out our website at shanewalls.com. When these watches were released, originally Swatch Group said they were not going to sell them online. Well, there was a brief little thing there where they said they would, but then they took that back and said, no, we're never going to sell this online. You have to go to a Swatch boutique to pick this watch up, which created quite a phenomenon in the world of watch collecting where people were waiting hours upon hours at these boutiques where you can purchase them. And to this day, years later, they were still very, very difficult to obtain. On the secondary market, they were selling for triple, sometimes quadruple the price of their original $270. I was very excited to hear that you can now. You can purchase 4 of the watches at this moment, at the filming of this video, on their website. Because I went at least 3 times and was not able to pick up one of these MoonSwatches. And I live in Orange County, California, which is right in the middle between LA and San Diego, which Swatch has a store in either one. You could call ahead, but there's no guarantees the watch would be there if they did say they had one. So this was a nice kind of surprise for me. I didn't think I'd ever be able to get one. And they are cheap little inexpensive watches. Thinking in 20, 30 years, this made a huge impression in the watch industry and the watch world. I think this is going to be very important later on, looking back at these watches and just the history and what they caused in the watch community, the collector market. It changed a lot of things. The Omega Speedmaster, which the MoonSwatch watch was designed after, just less expensive plastic, has a battery in it. So start to finish, when I purchased this watch online. It took 11 days for this box to arrive at my home. And interesting too, this is a $270 watch, I believe. Yes, I think it's $270 watch, plus shipping, plus tax. They did require a signature when delivered. I thought that was a little interesting because after all said and done, it was just over $300 for this purchase. So I was a little surprised that UPS did have, or they had it sent UPS for signature. So here we go. Now I haven't seen it yet, obviously. I just cut the tape. So let's dive into this and just see how it arrives, how they package it. And they seem to have packaged it very well since this is such a big box and the watch is a normal 42 millimeter watch. Put this aside. Now I'm actually pretty excited about this as I've only seen this in person under glass. I've never seen this out in the wild on anyone's wrist. So I'm pretty excited for this. I love the packaging. This is very nice packaging. And of course I got the original, the Mission to the Moon, the gray, the Swatch watch that started it all. The details, this is a fun little box. And here we go. Oh, looks like I fell a little bit, not to ruin the surprise. And there it is. Oh, that's pretty, that's fun. It just puts a smile on your face. It really does. A little inexpensive watch. And I've bought many Swatch watches in my day, but I don't know if it's just the hype behind this or just the history of the Speedmaster. It's just it's a fun idea of what Omega and Swatch combined to do for this. There it is. Oh, that's cool. That's fun. Right off the top, I will mention, well, you know, it does feel a little bit cheap. I went in thinking it was gonna feel cheap. It did look cheap. Many people have said it looks cheap and feels cheap, but I mean, it's not that bad. It's It's a Swatch watch. I mean, it looks pretty, pretty good. Oh, this is so fun. This is a cool, I'm excited. What a cool idea. What a fun watch. Now, okay, before we get too much into the watch, let's just go over what else is in the box. Just real quick, the box, just looking over information. Oh, that's very, Omega and Swatch, they really thought this out. This presentation is very nice. Temperatures on the moon, low gravity, that's fun. History, I like how they tied everything together. So now, and also in the box itself, and it looks here, this just looks like a brochure. Yeah, just showing all the other watches, or most of them, all the Mission to the Moon, Mission to Jupiter watches you can get. This here, the paperwork. Oh, that looks like my ID serial number. Don't want to show that. And man, this is the instruction manual. Whew. Jesus, that's bigger than the ones I get with my Rolex. Wow. Oh, you know what? It's probably got 150 different languages on it. So, but there you go. That's what's in the box. It's great packaging. Falls apart a little bit when you really start to pull it apart, but it does its job. The outside, the look of it, I really enjoy, and I will be keeping this box just because I'm simple. It's fun, whatever puts a smile on my face, and just to have the text and everything on this box, that's fun. I really like the marketing. The marketing has got me on this one. But it's true history, which in my mind, you can market as Omega has. Market as much as you want, throw it in our faces, because this is one of the most important things in human history, and it's fun just to be able to commemorate that a little bit with a little expensive watch. So now here it is. The Omega Speedmaster Swatch. Mission to the Moon, the Swatch watch. Again, it just puts a smile on your face. What's so bad about that? I know a lot of people don't like this idea of what Swatch and Omega did together. I think it's a great idea. It opens up a whole new demographic of people to see and experience this type of watch. If I'm not mistaken, from the reports I've seen ever since the MoonSwatch has come out, the Speedmaster, which it's obviously based on, their sales have increased. I've heard 20 to 30% on the real Speedmaster. So the advertising, the idea behind it has seemed to work so far. It brings the idea of this watch, this history, to a whole different dynamic of people. Younger people who can afford this. And just for me too, I'm an adult. The moon landing was obviously way before my time. The history behind it, to be able to have this and wear this as a fun little watch, I think it's a great idea. I'm jumping in head first with this, and this will not be my last one. I hope to get a few more of these. Have a little collection of the Swatch group. Clever idea. Opening it up to different markets in the watch community, and I applaud Omega and Swatch. I don't think this in any way degrades or take away from the original Speedmaster, the big boy Speedmaster. I think it really it emphasizes the history, opens it up to so many more markets. I think it was a great idea, great plan from Omega and Swatch. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like what you saw, give us a thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you want to see more. I'll do my week on the wrist with this. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be fun just wearing this for a week. So I'll let you know how I feel after a week of wearing that. That'll come out next week or the week after. It should be pretty soon. Thank you again for watching. I really do appreciate it. Cheers.